Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Blinkers On podcast. Myself, Nicky Price, you'll see him a little bit later, but this is episode 3. We got a little bit in store today. We are talking about the stakes races, the CAWs. We talked about them a little bit before, but we'll get in more depth today. We got Nicky's price play, and then a little bit of who's got who. We're picking the top 3 races. We're going to go a little bit of draft style. Nicky Price won last week, but I'll explain a little bit later. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Stakes races this week. We got the Silks Overnight, $135,000 at Oak Lawn Park today. It's not a graded stakes race, but I did like it just because Kalahari Dreams is running in that race. And I like that horse. I think he's got a good chance that he's morning line favorite, but I don't normally give out long shots, but I might have one today. Look out for the number 7 in that race. He's 10-1 morning line. Could be a nice show price on that horse. We got the hilarious Holiday Grade 3 at Gulfstream Park, $150,000 purse. That's tomorrow. I didn't quite look at the field, but look out. Could be a nice race to watch. And if you're a horse racing fan, could be a good race to bet on. We got the Fort Lauderdale Grade 3 Turf, $200,000 purse, also at Gulfstream Park tomorrow. Didn't look at the field again, but I'll probably throw a bet on that race if it comes to it. But let's get into the CAWs. The CAWs, for people that don't know, are computer assisted wagering. They're high-tech automated system that places thousands of bets for the bettor seconds before the race goes off. And it really ruins the sport. They need to eliminate it as a whole. I think that it's killing the small bettors. The odds shifting from maybe 5-1 to 2-1 right as the race goes off, and it really hurts people like me, people like Price, people that watch this podcast just because we're not getting the odds in our favor, and it's pushing out on track money. It's losing actual racetracks money, which really is hurting the sport, and it's also taking value from the sport without growing it. And I think that there could be an alternative. They can make one online racing betting program for all horse racing bettors that I think could really help this sport. You get all the online money in one pool, and it really doesn't dramatically shift the odds. Maybe by a few numbers, but you're not shifting it for several numbers. And I really think that we could do more for the online bettors, the more for the small bettors. And it sort of hinders me from placing my own bets on racing, even though I love it. I'm a huge fan of the sport, and I probably won't stop betting the sport. But I think there's more that we can do for people like us. And I don't know what that could be. I don't know when it will be or if it will ever be. But I think the CAWs are really ruining the game. And I want to hear what people think about the CAWs. If you guys have your own thoughts, in the comments. The Old Smoke Clothing Company celebrating the sport of kings. Visit oldsmokeclothing.com. Use code BlinkersOn20 for 20% off your first purchase. If you have yet to try out their clothing, it's very comfortable, stylish, tailored to racing fans like me and you. Again, visit oldsmokeclothing.com. Use code BlinkersOn20 for 20% off your first purchase. Nicky Price play. Nicky Price, can you hear me? Nicky Price, are you with us? Nicky Price, 17-1, long shot king. Can you hear us? There he is.
I've been waiting a week. I've been like a horse rank on the backstretch, chopping at the bit, ready to run. That's what I've been. Yeah, 17-1 last week, one going away by 3. All I gotta say, all I gotta say to that is who comes on an episode, right? Who comes on a podcast, who gives out one horse, one race, one track, one horse, one race, one track, 17-1, wins going away by 3 lengths. Nobody does that. That's all I
There's
gotta say.
nobody, Price. I love
Nobody
it.
does that.
I mean, unbelievable. There's nobody like you, Price.
Nobody.
17-1. But yeah, no, awesome job last week, Price.
He's not as I would this horse is way too short to play place. I would never play place on this horse. He's way too short. He's all right. This is Saturday the 20th, almost Christmas, but 5 days away. Not quite there yet, right?
That's right.
So this is the third race at Fairgrounds. This was a maiden special weight 55,000, 6 furlongs on the dirt. For 2 year olds, right? You can see right there, maidens, right? 2 year olds right there.
Yep.
Okay. One, right? We talked about that last week. We don't play first time starters on the rail, right? So they break inwards towards space. So, I think that one in that race ran second, but he didn't win. So toss. Um, the two, he had a race at Fairgrounds November 28th, right? With Paco, got bet a little bits, right? Munnings, Spitestown on the backside. Okay. Um, Decent work pattern, turf to dirt. Joe Sharp. Thing is, Munnings, they lean more towards turf. They can run on the dirt, but they do lean more towards turf. Did not play that horse, but I think that horse could be used because Munnings can run on the dirt. But damn right, he's a Great Britain, so I would say more turf. I don't know, maybe they're just trying dirt with that horse. Not really sure. The three, not much to be said here. This is Cherie DeVaux, right by Curlin. That's turf. Curlin's turf, obviously, but Cherie DeVaux's not very good first time out, so no. Um, Brad Cox horse, I don't play chalk, right? That's pretty simple. We'll try to take a stand against him. And also Uncle Mo on the backside. The thing about Uncle Mo, they're very good early on in their career, but Uncle Mo's do not win first time outs. They just do not win for whatever reason. They're way better second time outs. Um, the five, this was my pick. 8-1, way too short to play the place price, so I'm playing win only. Um, I know he gave you a 10-1 and he said play show. I don't know who wants to play show on a 10-1. I'll play that horse to win, not the show. But here we go. We got to work out December 12th, right at Fairgrounds, 3 at 12. December 3rd, okay, 102. And then so here's another thing I look for in young horses. You got to have the work pattern as I talked about last week, but you also if it's a first time starter and not a second time starter, you got to have two gate works. But I don't like that gate workout to be the last workout, if that makes sense. So like, if December 12th he had a gate workout here instead of a breeze, right? Like, see how it says B right here? It's one next to 101. It says B, and then the November 26th, you could see BG. So that means he worked out from the gate. So he broke from the gate that start. That work rather. So that work was 5 furlongs and 101, 5 and 19 from the gate. So that's a pretty good workout. Um, Not bad. And then his November 9th from the gate, right? He went 48-1 from the gate, 4 of 39 at Fairgrounds. So I thought this horse has been working well. McLean's music's not bad. First time outs. You get a little long shot jockey too, Sophia Vibes. I like her. She's from Woodbine. She come down for the winner. Um, and yeah, I thought this horse had a nice shot here. Michael Stidham's a trainer. So right now we're 5-2, right in the exact. I'll give you guys a three horse exacta. The six I didn't like. Not at all. I didn't really see much in that horse whatsoever. Seven, you get a little jockey change from this Dan Shee to XL Sepson. So, or X, oh, I'll get it right. XL Concepcion.
There it
Um,
is.
Lindsey Schultz horse, right? I never Kitten's Joy on the backside. That's more turf, way more turf than it is dirt. So that I didn't lean towards that horse. First time Lasix though, but the third horse in my exacta, which we'll get to in like a second, is like the same thing. First time Lasix is not a bad angle. Second time Lasix is a good angle too. On younger horses, I don't know if it matters as much because they don't have a lot of races. But if you get like a 4 or 5 year old first time Lasix, yeah, it's not a bad bet. Um, but that doesn't happen too often. Happens more in harness actually. The eights didn't know the breeding at all. I mean, he had a decent work pattern. I can't play that jockey right now, ice cold. And same thing with the 9, that jockey, ice cold. I don't know the last time he's won a race. The 10 horse, this was the other horse in the exacta, so 2-5-10. Right, he got smacked in his first start, lost by 6 1/4. Right, didn't take any money, was 62-1 at Churchill, but he drops in class a little bit. And then I wouldn't pick this horse on top. He skipped workout. Well, he had a race in the middle of the November 8th workout. He raced November 14th. I would like to see at least one more work. He's short of that, but he does get first time Lasix, and the jockey change is decent. So that was the other horse. And that's all I got. But the 5 over the 2, 5, 2, 10 exact the box, and then my pick is the 5. Don't play place this week, just win. Unless his odds go up at post time to, like, if you see 12, 13, 14-1, then play place. But if he goes down to 6, 5-1, no, don't play place.
Yeah, I like it, Price. That's a good pick. You think he's going to take a little bit of money?
I don't know. It's hard to tell. I never know. I don't follow. I don't know. I don't follow fairgrounds enough to really know that.
Yeah, I'll definitely play that horse after your 17-1 shot. There's nothing like that, to be honest with you. Your first pick without getting canceled and comes in 17-1, so
Yeah.
I
So what
like
am I?
that.
1-0-1.
1-0-1, yeah, we'd say, yeah. Yeah, I like that. I really do like the workouts all being at fairgrounds too. Um, nice angle there, Price, for sure.
Yeah.
Um,
So I didn't want to shy too far away because I hit last week, right, on a young 2-year-old race. So I was like, all right, I'll stick with a 2-year-old race. I didn't like the ones at Oaklawn. So actually, and that race was Saturday, by the way.
okay,
If I said
Saturday,
that,
race 3.
Saturday,
Got it.
race
At
3
fairgrounds. Got it.
at
Okay.
Fairgrounds. Um, but yeah, they have a lot of 2-year-old races tomorrow. I think like their first 4 or 5 races at Fairgrounds are 2-year-old races tomorrow.
Good to see a lot of maidens being broken for sure then.
It's kind of late in the year too. It's really late in the year. I mean, they're
For sure.
they're gonna, they're gonna be 3 in the 2 days.
Oh, is it on Christmas?
No, on all horses have the same birthday. January 1st, they all go up in age. You could be born on December 31st, and January 1st, you're one.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Um, nice. Good to hear, Price. Let's hope for another winner, yeah?
we'll try. Why not?
All right. You want to get into the who's got who? You won last week, so you want to go first or second in this draft?
I'll go first.
Okay.
It's a snake.
Yeah, it's gonna be a snake, so it'll go you, then me, then back to
Okay.
you. We'll go top 3.
Okay. I think mine's pretty simple. I don't think there's much thinking here. There's not much explanation needed either. It's the Kentucky Derby.
It's got to be right.
Did you explain what the who's got who was?
I explained it a little bit earlier, but we're doing the top races in America, not in the UK, not in Dubai, nowhere else, just in America. Top 3 races of our own choice, so there'll be top 6 races technically. And you guys
And it's
vote
just
for the
based on
winner.
anything.
Yeah,
Is
that's right.
anything.
Based on anything, whatever you think has the best. And I'm gonna sort of go towards who has the best sort of field, more competitive, with the most money.
I'm
So,
going for most money intake. So like, what races take in the most money, which would make it a better betting race.
okay, yeah. I like that. And Price takes the Derby, no doubt, number 1.
Yeah,
I'm
there's
gonna
not much
go.
explanation there.
We said we couldn't really use Breeders' Cup races, but I'm gonna go the Breeders' Cup Classic. That's the only one that we could use, and that's gonna be my number 2 pick. And then after that, I'm gonna go towards the Belmont Stakes. I think it's better than the Preakness, and I think it's second to the Derby. So I'm gonna go Belmont number 3.
So I get my 2 back to back here.
That's correct. Yep.
Oh, so I wrote down 5 and I highlighted 3 and I'm gonna get all 3. This is great. Now this pick, it might get hated a little bit because the last couple years the field has been pathetically bad, but it is just a prestigious race, and like Well, it's been pathetically bad in a betting from a betting sense, in that, but that's just the last couple of years. Usually, it is pretty good, but
I
I
think
don't
I
know
know where
what's
you're
happened the
going
last couple.
here.
I'm taking the Travers
Yes, yeah, I figured that. Definitely going to take a little bit of heat, but yeah, not a bad pick. I had that on my list as well.
Summer Classic, right? That's what they call it. I mean, you can make a case. I'm not going to tip picks, but you can make a case for another one, um, which I had written down. And this one, they might just be biased because it's my favorite racetrack in the country, and it's the biggest race they have there. I'm taking the Bluegrass.
Oh, that's terrible. I did have it written down, but the
Yeah.
fields are terrible. I don't think the Bluegrass has produced a Kentucky Derby winner.
Well, I think the issue with it is it's very close. It is very close to the Derby. It's run in April.
Yes, it's the last. Well, that
It's
and
one
I
of the
think the
last.
Wood,
I'm pretty
right?
sure. I'm
That
pretty
and the
sure
Wood
it's one of the
Memorial.
last.
Yeah, I was at the Bluegrass last year. Did not get the winner. I did not at Burnham Square, but yeah, good race. Definitely the top 2-year-olds sort of try and go there if they need a little bit of extra points. But yeah,
Three,
not a bad pick. All right, to
3 year olds,
round it
3 year
out.
olds.
Oh, 3-year-olds, that's right. To round it out, I'm gonna go. It's coming up in January. I'm gonna go the Pegasus Cup.
Pegasus.
That rounds it out. I'll read these out to you. Price
I'm
has
kind of low. I don't know. I maybe I should have took the Pacific Classic over the Travers.
yeah, see, I had the Pacific Classic written down because that's right before the Breeders' Cup. I believe Mindframe won that. That was actually a decent field, even though it was short. Really good field, to be honest. And Niso scratched out of that race prior. But yeah, not a bad list. Price,
And the Preakness catches a lot of hate. You know, it's not that bad.
I think it's terrible.
It's not that bad.
I think it's
You actually can
absolutely
get long
terrible.
shots on that undercard. I like it.
The card's fine. I agree. The card is definitely fine, but I think it's too predictable. The Preakness, the race itself. I
I
think
just think a lot of horses skip it,
really, you think
so
more
it's
go
not as
to
strong.
Derby Belmont than, or no,
Yeah,
Derby.
like if a horse runs in the Derby and he doesn't run well, but they know he's a good horse, they'll skip the Preakness and then run in the Belmont. Or
That's right.
like,
Yeah.
I think a lot of horses that run I think Baffert might be the only guy that skips the Derby, goes to the Preakness, but that was because he was banned. Um, but I think even before that, he used to do that with some horses.
Yeah. All right, I'll read these lists back to you. Nicky
Banned.
Price has the Derby, the Travers, the Bluegrass, and I have the Breeders' Cup Classic, the Belmont, and the Pegasus World Cup. Your guys' decision, your guys' vote. If you guys don't know races, still vote.
I got one more thing because it does tie in the horse racing a little bit. The state of Illinois has to figure this out with Arlington Park. We
Terrible.
closed the top 5 racetrack in the country, and it's okay, you know, whatever. I'll accept that defeat, but the Bears got to at least move there. If they don't move there, what's the good? You knocked down a racetrack that was at least making you more money than it is being knocked down, and it's all dirt right now. It might not be making it's not going to make you nearly as much if the Bears go there. But if you ain't going to build it, then what was the point of knocking it down?
I completely agree. It's so ridiculous. They were, you know what? I'm going to take a stance on this too. The Bears bought Arlington Park. We closed the racetrack. Again, like you said, top 5 racetrack. They had the Arlington Million, a prestigious race at the
First
racetrack.
$1 million race in America.
Yes, Bears buy it 2 days ago or a day ago. They say that the Bears aren't going to move there. They're trying to go to West Indiana, Gary, Indiana, for Christ's sake. I mean, also, why would we focus on the stadium move? We're playing the Packers tomorrow
I
to
get it.
clinch the playoffs, possibly. I mean, what are we doing? Seriously.
I get
We're
it.
focusing on the stadium instead of the Packers? I mean, this team's lost it. They've lost it. They seriously have lost it. And the horse racing in Illinois, forget it. It's gone. You know what? I can't take it anymore. We come home and we got nothing here. I mean, it's just unbelievable. It baffles me. It drives me
You
off the
can't
rail.
you go to the you we don't even if you go to Hawthorne, you go to the LTB, you can't bet Gulfstream. You can't, You can't bet Fairgrounds. Can't bet Turfway. Can't bet Churchill. Can't bet what else is there? You can't bet what is it?
You can't bet anything, Price, to be
You
honest
the
there.
only I'm not lying when I say this. The only track you could bet is Aqueduct.
It's unbelievable,
That's it.
Price.
You can't bet any of the other track. What Fairgrounds, Gulfstream, Tampa Bay, uh, Turfway. Um, I mean, there's so many. It's like impossible for me to
That's why
think
you
off the
have
top of
this.
my head.
You have this, Price. You got your phone. You bet on your phone. They don't take a vig from you. The fact that Hawthorne's taking a 10% or whatever of your winnings after you win, it's unbelievable. I've had enough of it. Right? The Hawthorne Racing, whatever they are, the Hawthorne Racing Company or whatever, they should be kicked out of this
It's
sport.
that family. I forget their name. It's private. It's what's his name? I can't think of his name.
Who cares his name?
Well,
Well,
yeah, I just wanted to get in Arlington there. I mean, the Bears
I
got to
like
figure
it.
that out.
I agree. I agree. It definitely ties into horse racing. We bring a little bit of Bears talk into try to in each episode, so I like it. You got a little bit of it all today, folks. You got the lows, the highs, the middle grounds. You got a nice who's got who. Hopefully, Price gets in another Price play, but
Only win. Don't play
yeah,
place.
all right, I like it, Price. That's it for today. That's the Blinkers on episode number 3. Thanks for tuning along. Make sure to like, subscribe, do whatever you got to do to boost the views up. Links in bio for Old Smoke clothing and socials in the bio. Thanks, guys.